asked the question one time of some clients in the Money Chat Masterclass, and this was really eye opening for me as well as it was when I was asked this question. But I asked, how much money, like, do you see yourself wealthy? I think actually it went along the lines of like, what was your perfect day? And what came out of the responses was that nobody really saw themselves wealthy. Now, wealth is defined differently for everybody. Some people are talking about money. Some people are talking about relationships. Some people are talking about both. Me. But in order to achieve it, you actually have to see yourself wealthy, whatever that means to you. So I wanted to take a second today and just let's dive into this a little bit. What do you see about yourself? But before we do that, I am Dorethia, Miss Money Chat herself, author of the book by the same name, #Money Chat. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Share. All right. How do you see yourself financially? Some people say, and I had this conversations as well. Some people are like, Dorethia, I just want to be comfortable. I just want to be able to go on one vacation a year, a month. That would be wonderful. Some people can do that. I just want to go on one vacation a year. I want all my bills paid. I want to have some savings, do some investing. I just want to be super duper comfortable. And that is wealth to that person. Another person might say, hey, I want to be a multimillionaire. I want to enjoy my money. I want to have multimillionaire status. I want to be able to give it away to people, help other folks, help my family, all the things. And that is wealth to that person. The challenge comes in if you cannot define what wealth means to you. How do you feel about money? What is your relationship with money? And what does wealth look like to you? Do you even think that you are worthy of wealth? Whatever your definition of, doesn't matter. Are you worthy of it? I think a lot of people they put themselves in a box when it comes to their finances, and it is really built around their limiting beliefs. Somebody like me can't make that kind of money. My family, we've always lived paycheck to paycheck. This is just what we do. I make a lot of money, but I spend a lot of money. I don't know how to get out of this cycle. I can't see myself with a huge savings and large investments and all the things. In order for you to break out of that mindset, you are going to want to, for some reason, what's coming to me is you definitely want to get some kind of counseling about value and confidence and self-worth, right? But I think that education, learning about finances, the more you know, the less unattainable, that's the word. The more you know, the less unattainable wealth seems to you. The more you know, the more you can place yourself in a position to achieve wealth, no matter what it is. You just want to begin on that journey. So that starts with education. Let me go back. I'm going to say it doesn't start with education. I'm going to circle back. It starts with acknowledgement. The first thing is you have to acknowledge, well, this is how I feel about money. So I want you to answer. I'll start with a couple questions. In order to acknowledge, answer this question. Do I see myself with $1 million? We'll start there. We'll just start there. If you are someone, and this is at levels, right? If you're somebody who already has attained millionaire status, do I see myself with 3 million? Let's just go there. But do I see myself with $1 million? Because even if you never attain it, that's okay. It's how you see yourself. Do I see myself worthy of having $1 million? If I had that $1 million, question number 2, what would I do with it? When you answer that question, it allows you to kind of see where your values are. Not saying you can't spend money. So don't temper based on my statement. Don't say, oh no, I'm going to give all my money away. No, you're not. We're going to go shopping and we're going to go on vacation. We're going to do some things. But whatever you decide and say that you'll do with that money, it will show you what your concerns are right now as it relates to your finances, and it will show you where your values are as it relates to your money. One thing that number 3, this is the last one. Ask yourself, do I think that building wealth will change me, who I am at my core? Now, I'll say this. A lot of people will say, no, money won't change me. Or they'll say, I'm scared money will change me, right? If you are a person with high integrity and character, you may have a moment where you kind of get the big head and you're feeling good and all that, but money won't be able to change you because you'll see it for what it is. It's a tool. But if you're somebody who has not gotten the education around how to manage money, your personality tends to pride and ego already, then yes, it really won't change you. It's just going to show off your pride and ego already. So if you already know you're not that kind of person, please don't worry about money changing you. It's not going to change you. It always exemplifies, or that's not the word. It always elevates. That's probably not the word either, but you know what I'm trying to say. It just brings out, it shines a light on who you are already. That's what money does. That's what wealth does for you. Even if you think about it, not even really like a whole lot of wealth. Somebody gets $10,000 from something. Maybe they get a settlement, or 20, 50 even. And you kind of see how they move and personality changes a little bit. That's a person who never really knew who they were in the first place. But someone who is grounded and has done the work to understand that money is a tool, their mindset, they've done mindset work, they've done all this kind of thing. They're going to make the moves. They're going to plan. They're not going to, you get a little money, you can blow some money. I don't know if that's popular to say, but it's just the truth. As long as you we're going to budget for the money you're going to blow. But in order to get to the point where you achieve your financial goals and you don't get stuck, you have to see yourself achieving your financial goals. Now, I talked about wealth just to start off at a high point, but honestly, bring it back down now to what are your financial goals for this year, for 3 years out, for 5 years out? How much money do you want to have in the bank? How many vacations a year do you want to go on? Do you want to be able to help family? I had a client who she was intent on being able to help her family financially. She was like, Dorethia, don't tell me not to do that because I'm doing it. And I think that's commendable. I just don't want you to do it at the detriment of your own finances. So we set aside a fund for that. So funny, I got a chance to see her recently after it's been years. So that was cool. So when it comes to what you think about yourself and think about your money, you have to overcome some limiting beliefs. And we won't talk about all of that here today, but this is just a seed sown to say, hey, what are my limiting beliefs? Answer those 3 questions that I shared with you. Be honest with yourself. This is between you and you. It's nobody's business. You and you. And work on overcoming some of the things that may be holding you back from reaching your financial goals. All right. That's enough for today. I want to know what you got. Share it with me and I will reply as well. And I might even share some of my own stories. So, all right. Till next time. But make sure you like, subscribe, share. All right. Bye.